Hey guys and gals, this is Sonic Arrow with the Tier 7 German medium tank, the Panther. I haven't played WoT tanks in a while, so I thought I'd get back into the game with something that I am familiar with. So let's start off with talking about the mobility of the Panther. It's not that great. It weighs 45 tons, so that's pretty heavy with a 700 horsepower engine. It's adequate. It's not really a medium tank kind of maneuverability and speed. But you do get 55 km/h top speed driving forward, and that means you can do a little bit of ramming with this thing. It does weigh 45 tons, and most of the enemies that you meet are not going to be at that heavy, especially when you're top tier. The other interesting thing about the Panther is the cannon, a 7.5cm L100 cannon with 198mm of penetration. 0.32 accuracy and a 2.3 second aim time is really nice. However, the alpha damage is only 135 on average, so you're going to have to deal a lot of damage. So the rate of fire comes into that, and this has 13.64 rounds per minute for its rate of fire, which means it can do a lot of damage, 1,800 damage per minute. But due to the low alpha damage, you're going to need to put 2 or more shots in order to match, for example, a 122mm Russian cannon firing at you with 390 alpha damage. And that means you'll have to be exposed more often. And the Panther isn't exactly a small vehicle. But it does have a little bit of armor. The hull armor is 85mm thick on the front, 50 at the side, 40 at the rear. The turret armor gets 120mm on the front, 60 at the side, and 60 at the rear, so you can bounce a few shells that way. The gun depression is 8 degrees over the sides of the vehicle. Over the front, I believe it's slightly less, or it feels less, but you should always come around at a slight angle anyway. So with that 8 degrees of gun depression, you can use the turret and try to bounce a few shells that way. Just keep in mind that you are taller than the normal tanks, or most tanks I should say, and that means that sometimes when you come over a hill you are actually exposing your hull armor at the same time. And I'm trying to use these rocks to my advantage. Oh, there we go, there's a Tog. Just put a few shells into that guy. A lot of health though, but nothing that I'm not used to. Oh, T-29, there's a bounce. I believe that hit my turret, but the rate of fire is really nice. It's just that the alpha damage is not that great. And it looks like there's a lot of people coming around the corner at me. Oop. Put a shot into that guy. 190mm of penetration is really nice to have. As you can see, this SU-122-44 usually gets a lot of bounces on its armor, even when it's flat on. Versus the Tier 7 vehicles, but the Panther gets a boost in penetration. Oh, and I'm blasting this not very nicely modeled piece of terrain. So I am now bouncing on the hull armor of a T-29. Oop. Wow, okay, that was a high roll. But the T-29 cannot penetrate me. That's weird that the SU did. Maybe hit my commander's hatch. It's actually quite large as well, as with most German cupolas. Oh, I'm taking another hit from a Tog this time. Interesting. Unfortunately, the backup is kind of gone from this side. Okay, just one more shot in the SU. Nope. One there, and kill. Unfortunately, not enough horsepower to push this to my pitch. And I get taken out. I should also mention that the view range is 380 meters with a 710 meter signal range on its radio. Not that that really matters, but I guess the view range does. It's just the radio doesn't really matter. The Germans get that 710 meter radio range fairly soon, very early in the tech tree. So that's the Panther. Here's a Panther. Oh, well, never mind. And we'll see what happens with the endgame panels. So that was a loss with only 571 points of experience, but I did bounce one shot from the SU-122-44 and 3 from the T-29, which has 198 millimeters of penetration. So you can see a little bit of the armor of the Panther when properly angled. 1,924 damage done to the enemy, 20 shots fired, 16 hit, 14 penetrations. And even though that was mostly close range shots, which isn't exactly recommended for the Panther, it can do it sometimes. 23,875 credits earned with a premium account, non-premium 12,484, so at least I didn't lose any credits this time, and the ammunition costs are quite minimal due to its low alpha damage. So, thanks for watching, please press that like button, leave some comments, and I will see you in future videos.